back to Phoenix Point. I'm Hoos Foos McCave, and I find that we are at a crossroads. As you have probably gathered, at the beginning of, or before every episode, I figure out what we're going to do. I sometimes do a little bit of prep, and then I record everything that we need to do and play and run you through it and all that stuff. So I did that yesterday, and then I didn't have enough time to go ahead and do the raiding of Anu that I had said we were going to do. We're going to raid this haven of Uruk and steal their Tiamat. So let me catch you up a little bit. The Gift is here exploring this site. They were here at the end of last episode. They had finished this scavenging site. We've got both the Blessing and the Burden here. I think the Burden was over here somewhere and the Blessing was way over here. But again, I played a little bit, but didn't do anything except a little bit of trading and set up the guys for stealing this aircraft. And this is where I find that we are at a crossroads. Because I don't want to lose 20 reputation with Anu. I think it's going to be hard to get all of that back quickly, and we want to get the Berserker class at the very least. And I'm under the impression we want to get the Priest class as well. But in addition, I don't think it's consistent with who our Phoenix Point operatives are. As I've said before, Sophia doesn't like New Jericho, doesn't like Tobias West, but we've always kind of, while we have embraced Sanhedrin, we've always kind of wanted to be on good terms with Anu. Yes, as I said in the previous episode, we, I think, care more about saving the human race than we do about any particular faction, but I can't bring myself to do this. I think it feels wrong. Plus, this bothers me threat level extreme. So everything about this feels wrong. The reason I wanted to do it is because we need another aircraft, and we need one, I think, actually need a Tiamat, one that has significant range. And I also, as I've said a number of times, can't get us past 24 reputation with Anu because we can't even reach their diplomatic mission, which is here. And the way we would get there is by activating this Phoenix base. But we can't afford to do that. We can activate it, but then we don't have enough stuff to repair the energy generator or the satellite uplink. We actually are short on gears. I think we could do it from a hex point of view. So that leaves us in a bad situation. And that's why I was going to grab this Tiamat, because we need to make a Tiamat, or we need something. I don't know how we're going to acquire it. We just need a ton more resources. So with all of that said, I'm going to do something else. I don't know what that something else is yet, but I'm going to think about it.
One eternity later.
So thinking about it, I'm going to return to what my plan was before, and before I decided to go do the raiding, and I'm going to send the Burden up here because they are armed. Up here to just this general area. I'm going to have them explore Western Europe and so forth, and they can always go to Phoenix Kiev if they need to stop for something. So we'll send them to explore here, and we're going to send the Blessing. They're the ones that have the Scarab. We're going to send them kind of to over here to the Middle East and Eastern Europe and Asia, and work their way this way, and we're just going to explore everything and hope that we can get resources and experience and so forth. We're no longer going to group them together. I'm going to learn how to use the Scarab, except that I would have liked to have our technician on the Scarab. Well, we can rejigger later. So that's what we're going to do. I am going to hope that we get enough resources through trading and so forth to activate this base and build a Tiamat. Actually, we're acquiring enough guys that maybe I should just build the Tiamat. Yeah, I'm going to schedule the Tiamat. This may be a mistake, but we're going to schedule it. It leaves us very low on resources. We're going to have to trade away a bunch of our food, which is fine, of course. So let's hit play. Lay of the land. The Gift has encountered a New Jericho scouting expedition. They're producing detailed maps of the region. We gotta think big, Commander McGrath explains. Can't just sit around in our havens and hope those will blow over. We need to know the lay of the land. It's our damn planet, after all. And you know what they say, the devil's in the details. So we can say, ask them to share the data. We can say we have our own scouts, or we can pay for the data. This is interesting. So tech is gears. We don't have a lot of them. This is about, this is actually more than 10% of our gears. Food I don't care about. We have so many sites. I think I'm just going to ask them to share the data. Sure, no problem. The more eyes we get on this, the better. So we get 4 exploration sites and another site called the Great Endeavor added to the geoscape. Let's take a look at that. Oh, okay, the Great Endeavor. Wait, there was a flashing exclamation point here. Okay, I'm not sure why that was there, and I also don't see the Great Endeavor as a mission, but maybe that's what this is. Let's send our gift friends up here. Sure, let's do that. Let's move over here. How's everybody doing over here? Okay. We completed an arrows 3. Twisted Twister. The gift has encountered a weather anomaly. On an otherwise clear day, a tornado that appears to consist of some kind of greenish gas is raging across the countryside. Such anomalous phenomena are the result of the planet's gradual change into an alien environment and would be worth studying, but there is a definite risk to our craft. We're going to study it. Our aircraft suffered 40 damage, but we got 125 gears. No, we got 125 research? Maybe it advances whatever we were researching on. I'm not sure what that means. It's been a rough ride for our operatives on the gift, but the data they've collected is invaluable. Our planet is changing and we need to understand how. What does that mean, 125 research? Yeah, it wasn't gears. Does that mean we finished? Is that advanced our mutoid genetics? I didn't look carefully enough at how much time we had left. Maybe that's what it means. Okay, here we are at the gift. And there are no other sites. Obviously, we could activate PHB-3, but we're certainly not doing that. We don't want to trade with the Synedrian because we don't want to give them gears, but we can at least send them there. I'm not sure where we're going to send. Wow, the gift is almost out of places to explore. Huh. Well, we need to work our way back down to the Chaos Market and see if there's another mission there anyway. And let's go. Okay, this is the Blessing. It's going to explore here. Let's go. Building democracy towards hope. Our operatives have made contact with Towards Hope. That must be the Haven. A haven that only joined Synedrian relatively recently. The citizens of Towards Hope are currently in the process of converting their old council hall into a facility better suited for full democratic assembly. They could use some building materials and are willing to exchange them for excess equipment. Tell them they're idiots for joining Synedrian? No, we wouldn't do that. We actually like Synedrian the most. We can offer them building materials for free, which will probably improve our relationship with Synedrian, but I don't think we're in the habit of giving away, what is that, about 15% of our materials for free? Yes, let's agree to the trade. The citizens are thankful for Phoenix Project's support for the political system they have chosen. Finally, they will be able to make decisions for themselves, at least as much as anyone can in this world. So the Haven leader likes us +6, Synedrian gave us +3 reputation. We got a Demos, Pythagoras, and a Kyotomos grenade, 4 of them. So we can probably reverse engineer whatever those are now. Let's actually take a look at that. Kyoto's Synedrian shock grenade. They're probably going to give this to us before too long, but it takes 18 hours. Well, we can always take it out of there if we want. And Synedrian's above 50. That's good. I don't know if that gets us anything per se, but maybe. So where should we send? Right, we're going to work the gift down. Hey, is this a place we haven't contacted? Okay, let's go here. Yeah, we haven't contacted them, even though we know they're there. Oh, hold on. No, we've got an unexplored thing here. You're exploring? You're coming up here. Do we see any Charuns? No. Pandoran raid flight. Hostile flights of Pandorans will attack human havens on regular intervals. Our researchers have no doubt the behavior of the flying Pandorans is dictated by a hive-mind intelligence of some kind. Recently, creatures armed with bioweapons have begun attacking in carefully orchestrated strikes. The Phoenix intelligence has prioritized the study of these raid flights so we can identify and intercept them before more havens are damaged. I really feel like we saw this before when the behemoth was in the sky, but I don't know how to action that per se. Like, we can't... See, if we go here... Right, we're here. I don't think we can do anything. Yeah, so, see, this was destroyed by the last time. The last time the behemoth came here, but it doesn't... We can't do anything except repair it. We can't do anything to stop the behemoth, as far as I know. You know what? We're just going to say move here, and we're going to wait a little bit and see... Yeah, the behemoth is here. No, is the behemoth here? Just a second. Let me see. Is the behemoth sitting here? No, the behemoth is here. We're sitting here. Let's see what happens if we're here when the behemoth arrives. Meanwhile, you figured something out. Oh, no, you arrived here. Let's explore. You are about to finish exploring. Oh, okay, it's an Anu Haven. We're not going to raid them. We decided not to do that. You are a level 2 assault. Oh, what do you have? Stomper legs. What is this? Oh, an acolyte helmet. 4 perception. Yeah, we are not going to recruit you. Because we can't really afford to recruit anybody yet. I do think once we finish building our Tiamat, which is already a day away, it's already in the process, we will start acquiring more people. But I also want to try and, as I always do, want to try and collect people down here from Phoenix University. I don't think, based on what everybody told me, I don't think we're going to be able to cross over here in Greenland. I don't actually think we could anyway, because we don't have anywhere to go, but I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. The Golden Age. Our operatives have discovered an abandoned Phoenix project site. This isn't a base, but an archive of old blueprints and other planning materials compiled haphazardly in 2011 when an older archival facility was demolished to make space for a bypass. Let's search the site. There are various useful resources here, but the most interesting find is also the least useful. The official Phoenix Project Investment and Development Plan from 1970, setting out Newton, Sumrall, and Irina Semenova's ambitious plan for the 1970s, exploring the far side of the moon, retrieving samples from the deepest points of the ocean, even building a new research station in Antarctica. To think all that could have been. So we got 315 materials, 100 tech, and 150 food, which we need, obviously. Okay, so did we... Oh, there's a... Oh, Let's go to this Synedrian base. What do we have happening over here? Okay, so the Behemoth is on its way here. We're gonna swap ships. I'm gonna send the Burden here to try and fight off this Charun again. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. I didn't do well last time. So now you're going here. Burden, you're going to go here. Okay, so we've arrived here. We're going to see what happens. Aha. Okay, oh, there's another unexplored site here. This place has gears for us. They are building things. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we can intercept this Charon here. So we're going to try to do a better job than I did last time. We're going to engage, but then I'm immediately going to pause. Okay, yeah. Now this time I'm going to read. So this is Acid Spit. It does acid damage. There's a burst. Let's see. So it's got the range here. It's got a 20-second cooldown. There's a range of 1400. This is incendiary damage, napalm breath. That messed us up last time. This is the number 2. I wonder if we can just target the Charon itself with our W instead of taking out the weapons. And then we can hit E. I really, really don't understand how it all works. Acid damage. Can we do 500 damage? This does how much damage? 140 with shred. 180. So if we can hit... How much... Does this have armor? Do these have armor? No, this must have armor. Why does shred matter? I don't know why shred matters. So we're going to aim for this first, this acid spit. I think we can take it out. This messed us up big time before. I think we're going to use the heavy cannon on this, on the Charon itself. Oh, here's the armor, 30. So this doesn't have... Okay, this doesn't have shred, this does. This is countermeasures. I don't know if that will help us avoid this. This shoots fast too, so we might be screwed again. I'm going to go on the Nomad. And we're going to target this thing? No, I'm going to target the Charon. Okay, they're both going to target the Charon. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna hit E. I evaded it. Looks like we might be successful this time. Okay, we are on fire. We did evade, and we took out the Charon. We did take some damage. Disciples of Anu like us 4 more, which is no good because they were already pegged. The aircraft only took a little bit of damage. Yeah, okay, that worked out well, and we got 400 apples. Unfortunately, we cannot get above 24 with Anu, but that's okay. They like us more. That's fine. We got a second point. Okay, that worked. Oh, I'm very excited about that. So we still have the blessing here. I think this isn't going to do anything for us. We'll give it a little bit more time, though. Let's go here. Wait, did we go there? We did. Let's go... How are we going to go? We're going to go here. Okay, we're going to explore this site with the gift. We're going to just wait a little. Here. Oh, okay, mutoid genetics. After significant research, the secrets behind the Mutoid project have been uncovered. Despite their lack of ethics, the original scientists have successfully managed to find a way to build artificial human soldiers through the use of cloning technology and Pandoran mutagens. The newly created Mutoid soldiers thus are immune to the corrupted strain of the Pandora virus and are capable of learning all human skills, and many of the Pandorans as well, provided DNA samples are available. We got 500 of the DNA things, whatever the heck they are, and we have new research.
Internal report 77-1. Mutoid technology has successfully been integrated in existing Phoenix facilities. After dozens of attempts, we have finally succeeded. We have created the first artificially grown soldiers. Specimens are referred to as mutoids, due to the vast amount of mutagens required for their construction. Humanoid, they have the ability to learn any skill they are taught, and perfect it. Some might view them as abominations, but they may yet prove to be our salvation. A new breed of soldiers, immune to the corruption strain, with the skills of humans and Pandorans alike, created entirely out of mutagens.
Super cool, and also that art was a little bit disturbing. 1 to go. We've discovered one of the original Acheron specimens referred to as Specimen 0 that escaped from the now destroyed research facility. Capturing it dead or alive is essential if we are to find a cure for the corruption virus. And so we got this new site. Experiments continue. Now we can create mutoid soldiers. These guys are so creepy looking. Mutoids are artificially created humanoids bred using mutagens. Immune to the corruption, they can learn abilities from all research soldier classes, as well as some Pandoran abilities after an autopsy has been performed. While a mutoid can learn many abilities, it can only select 1 soldier ability and 1 Pandoran ability per level. For this, additional mutagens are required. Mutoids can only be healed at a base using mutagens. I see. So these are just straight up bred humanoids. They're not, it's not like we can mutate our existing soldiers. I thought we could. The experiments continue is thankfully over here near the gift, so they get some more stuff to do. So that's cool. What are we researching now? Oh, Arthron vivisection. Mutagen harvesting. A method for extracting mutagens from captured Pandorans is being devised. The process is still in its infancy, but should it be successful, it will provide us with a virtually endless source of mutagens. That lets us harvest mutagens from captured Pandorans. Okay, that makes sense. We clearly need that. Where is everybody? Blessing is still waiting here. Burden is not yet here? Yeah, move there. Gift is still exploring. Mutoids. Here we go. Well, let's just review. In containment, we have a Triton, an Arthron, a Mindfragger, and another Arthron. I set that up to make food, but we can make a mutoid. Cannot be healed. Corruption immunity. Oh, we can pick the class we want it to be. Oh, wow. This is so cool. Okay, I'm not going to do... Oh, these are for dead people. Fortunately, it's empty. I'm not going to do a mutoid yet, because we don't really have a place for them. I'm not sure what we want, either. Yeah, we'll wait on that. Let's just check our research queue. Arthron vivisection, New Jericho combat armor research, neural implant technology, Mindfragger vivisection, advanced nanotech, food harvesting tech, reverse engineering this grenade. No, I don't care anymore. Mutagen harvesting. These all sound so good. Something tells me also that once we get this, we'll be able to get another research. Endurance have initiated a supply flight. What does that mean? I don't really understand what that means. I just looked at the Phoenixpedia. I believe this supply flight means that the Behemoth is going to release a Charon. You're exploring, you're there, and you're exploring, right? Are you exploring? Wait, how can... Yes, yes. Okay, there it is. Let's go to the blessing. We're going to move here. Maps of the world. The gift has discovered an old factory that seems to have been temporarily used as the headquarters of a military recon unit of some kind. What's happened to them is unclear, but they've left behind a wealth of information. Let's recover that geographical data. This information should come in handy. We added 3 sites to the geoscape. 3 scavenging, awesome, and something called Cedar Arc. See, this is why I was willing to take the risk that about not attacking or raiding Anu, because I thought we might be able to get resources. Are these scavenging sites? Do we know that for a fact somehow? Okay, let's go check this one out. We're sending the blessing up here. We're going to try to take on this Charon. If we are successful, that will be the 3rd disruption point and the Behemoth will go away. And the burden is exploring this Cedar Arc. Oh, Cedar Arc. Okay, we just identified this place? Okay, so we have a problem because it's the blessing that's here and we need the burden to be over here. So we're going to take the blessing, we're going to move it here, and we're going to have the burden come over here. I almost screwed that up. And we're going to hope that we can get there in time. You're going to explore this, please. Oh, why can't you explore this? Oh, wait, no, no, no. Oh, we did these already. Oh, jeez. Of course we did. Okay, we're going to move there. What is this? It's just a... Oh, experiments continue. Oh, this is for the mutoid stuff. This is a scavenging site. I think we want to scavenge first. Because we want resources. We want you guys... Cedar Arc. Cedar Ark is a remote haven built by the billionaire philanthropist Mike Spark, an old competitor of Tobias West's. Spark, like West, generally kept a low profile, so not much is known about him except for his dedication to environmental causes. He is said to have financed the Svalbard Global Seed Vault and was involved with the first attempts to develop a filtration system that could stop the Pandora virus. The population of Cedar Ark was carefully selected from around the world, and all of its inhabitants are extremely loyal to Spark. On the surface, everything seems relatively normal, but there is one unusual detail. The people of Cedar Ark refer to themselves as the Destined. Destined for what is unclear. Upon arriving at Cedar Ark, our operatives are invited to meet the head of the Cedar Ark Executive Council, Mike Spark himself. Spark is a quiet man, but very focused. He seems to have expected our operatives' arrival and offers them a mission, extracting his brother from a Disciples of Anu prison in exchange for a reward. Informing the Disciples is not going to help us right now. I would normally take this because it's an easy way to gain reputation with them, but that doesn't help us because we're stuck with that diplomatic mission. I'm going to accept the mission. We don't ever have to actually do it. As anticipated, Spark says with an enigmatic smile, handing our operatives a map of the prison where his brother is being held. I will do my best to convince the Disciples that this is a Cedar Ark operation. I don't mind taking the blame, and if they overestimate our capabilities, so much the better. And the site, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which by the way is a great movie and an even better soundtrack, was added to the geoscape. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Okay, good. Another place we can't get to. Very nice. That's, that's always exciting. What is this haven? It's just a completely independent haven? That's kind of neat. Let's send the blessing... Who's on the blessing? Yeah, okay. Let's send the blessing here. Where's the burden? Yeah, the burden is here. Let's intercept. Okay, what do we have? Spikes. Okay, this is different. Damage is 80, burst is 3. Has a super long range. This is the acid thing we saw a moment ago. I think I'm going to continue to follow the way I did before and just target the Charon. So let's pause. I'm going to target the Charon. Yeah, I'm actually getting the hang of this too. I didn't realize I had to use the weapon to target it. We are going to have to go back to a base to recharge our weapons. But let's see what happens. I'm ready on the E button for the evasive maneuvers. Okay, here comes their spikes. Okay, we evaded all those spikes. We only have 2 more left, I guess. Okay, that one hit us. That's bad. We evaded that one. Oh, we got lucky there. I couldn't evade, and they missed. Okay, now we're in trouble. Well, they missed us? Okay, we got them. Now, the problem is we're out of evasive stuff, so we're going to have to go back to get reloaded. Okay, we got a little bit of reputation with all 3 factions. Obviously, Anu is capped, and we got 300 hexes.
The Phoenix Project has done a lot of good for New Jericho, protecting our havens and assisting us with our plans. So, in the spirit of mutual friendship and cooperation, I would like to offer you this gift.
Why would we reject it? Would Sophia overrule it? I don't think so. I think she'll take whatever she can get.
I hope we can work together again soon. The plan is still far from complete, and I'm sure the Phoenix Project still has much to contribute.
Because it cost us reputation. But that's okay from a Disciples of Anu perspective. Synedrian, I don't really like being below 50 now, although we're probably at 50. But we got resources, which we really, really need, as I've said so many times. So, this guy is... The behemoth should go under the ocean now. Let's explore this site. We're going to have to go back to a Phoenix base pretty soon, but we have time because we shouldn't be fighting anything in the air.
Research complete.
Oh, Arthron Vivisection. Summary. When kept in isolation, the Arthron's behavior seems to revert to the most basic animal functions. On the battlefield, they rely on intelligent direction from some more intelligent Pandoran mutations. From what we can decipher, their language relates mostly to combat and killing, but mixed in with some strange references to an all-seeing entity. They are not independent beings, but are created by some kind of cloning process that constantly mutates in a similar manner to the RNA editing process, first discovered in colloid cephalopods. Language is rudimentary, vocabulary estimated at 450 words. Interrogation. AI reproduction of language was not able to elicit any useful information except reference to a superior being. Countermeasures. Behavioral and psychological analysis will give our operatives an advantage in combating Arthrons in the field, so we get 10% additional damage inflicted on Arthrons.
Have you ever thought about the ethics of our relationship with the Arthrons? We all say we're fighting to save humanity, but aren't they human, at least in part? They can speak, they can think.
Really? I think there isn't enough humanity left in them to matter.
That's what Nikolai argues. But think of how often we've declared others subhuman in our history and what the consequences have been.
Yeah, that's a fair point, but these guys are nasty. So I guess racism and racial superiority triumphs again. Yay, humans. Now, if we go here and we go to recruits, we go to containment, we have 2 Arthrons in containment. We don't need them anymore. In fact, I think we've already done the Triton vivisection. Have we done the Mindfragger vivisection? Wait a second. No, we haven't. But we've done the Triton, right? What kind of order is this in? There it is, Triton vivisection. So, when we get the food thing once we get food harvesting and mutagen harvesting finished, we'll be able to use those guys. And we just need to wait for the Mindfragger to be done. Let's continue. What happened here? Okay, we're going to explore this.
Research complete.
Oh, New Jericho combat armor research. New Jericho's combat armor is based on the tactical armor initially developed by Vanadium Inc., the company founded by Tobias West, that became the core of New Jericho. The initial designs largely consisted of an exoskeleton operated via advanced hydraulics with additional plating to protect the user from high-caliber rounds, but the current version has been enhanced and extended in a variety of ways with emphasis on modularity and customization. Additional weapons and equipment can be attached to the plating and the power unit, allowing for a variety of configurations. Wow, look at all the stuff we got. New Jericho heavy helmet. So it looks like we just got for each of the base classes. So yeah, so we've got sniper, heavy, and assault equipment. So I'll look at that a little bit later. See how it compares to our other stuff. This is the assault. Speed in the legs. I think the other stuff has that. Well, I'll look through this. But if you have an overall opinion of what, whether any of these are markedly better than what we have, please let me know. And I don't believe there's anything more that we can manufacture. We're still working on the Tiamat. It has 11 hours left. Our research is neural implant technology. Right. Okay. Back to the geoscape. Oh, wait. Actually, let's check. Okay, so you're down at 19. You're at 48. You're at 36. All right. Scavenging site. This is the gift, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to hold off a second because I just equipped the other folks. And if this is a scavenging site, then we might do that instead. Flowers for the dead. Our operatives have set down on the edge of a town, abandoned and picked clean long ago. The nearest building appears to be a crematorium. The back room is piled up with bodies as if people brought their dead to the place and just left them there. Pink, meaty flowers are growing from the mummified corpses, swaying even though there's no wind. Oh, let's search it. That sounds creepy. Looks like this is the only place that didn't get ransacked, probably because of the nauseating smell given off by the flowers, which is so intense it actually makes our operatives retch. We got 150 materials and 115 food, and all of our soldiers have lost 10 stamina. That's great. So, as much as I hate to say it, oh, it's another independent haven. Oh, the Great Endeavor's there. as much as I hate to say it, I think we're not going to do a mission this episode. Let me check the personnel on the gift. Wait, no, it wasn't the gift. It was the burden. Let's check the personnel here. They've lost... Right. They've lost 10 stamina. Yeah, are you going away? It's roaming. Yeah, he's going to go underwater. Yes, I'm going to call it an episode here. When we come back next time, we will do this scavenging site. Yeah, we will do this scavenging site with the gift team. So thank you so much for your support. I will be back very soon. I love you very much. Please remember to have your pet spayed or neutered.